doing time, man, and some of the places you've been, who would you say like was one of the biggest influences while you were doing time that kind of like laced you up on some game, like, I got to get up out of here and just not come back. I mean, who was who left the biggest impression on you? You think?
To be honest, it was my grandpa, rest in peace. He always tell me, like, hey man, there's no friends in this world, like, and you know what? It's gonna be 2 years that I just lost him. And this last time before I seen him, he passed away. He told me the same thing. I always told him, like, you know what? I never got to understand what you used to tell me when I was a kid, but now I do understand what you're saying. But yeah, he was, man. He was always against that shit. He never got high. He never drank. Never in his life. He was always a cooker. He was from Jalisco. He was from Mexico. But he was known as a fucking best cooker, bro. His menudo, like all his food, that shit was fire. So everybody knew him, man. Back to that, he was the one always like on me, He like, even when I was in prison, he like, look, son, you going into prison, you're gonna lose this, because I had my first son at 12 years old.
Oh shit.
So I started young. Yeah. So I had always had people behind me because I had my little son, and then my baby mama, she was from the hood, she was fucking up, she was in camp. I'm out here running the streets, running amok, and right after that, as soon as I found out she was pregnant, I got caught for it and I went to YA and I did a little stretch for manslaughter. So it was.
Now, break down YA, man, because they don't have it no more, and I've been to YA, it ain't no joke, bro. Like YA, they call it Gladiator School in California, but they said it's worse than the pen.
Yeah, it is.
Because the banging in there is like, I tell dudes, bro, you go to chow hall, like dudes are serving you food, like they banging on you in the chow hall.
Yep.
Like right there.
As soon as you walk in.
Like, hey, like you're like, I see dudes get off over the thing, over the chow hall line.
Yep.
And
it cracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was ugly, man. CYA, California Youth Authority, man.
Yeah. Yeah, because you guys had Chad, D. Wilt Nielsen.
Paso Robles.
Yep. Up north, where they had Nellis. Yep. Yeah, it was, and then, I got lucky because I went to Preston and then I went to fire camp. So I was up in Washington Ridge, so I was eating that good food and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, there was like a privilege, but yeah, I got lucky, man. But I seen some stuff in there. And even then, though, I was so young, I didn't grasp the magnitude of it. You know what I mean?
Exactly, that's because you're young.
You're young.
You see shit going on, you want to be part of it too. Like, you just hyped up,
Yeah. I spent time there. I did, some bodybuilding stuff, some art stuff, but I was just so immature still. I didn't realize until later on, man. Did it impact you to where you kind of seen it, or did it take later on for you to kind of see, like, reflect on, like, oh man, it's like the bullshit?
Well, as soon as we gotta go through juvenile hall, they already know who you are. And going through the court, like, oh, hey, fool, guess what? Your homie Trove's coming. Ooh, he's on his way. He's turned up, like, So I had to go through Norwalk. I had to go to Draco, through Pico, which that's when, since my weight and my height wasn't approved, I wasn't legit to go to CYA. I had to get built, so they were feeding me 2 times, 3 times just to get built, so they could send my ass to CYI, because juvenile hall, I was running amok. I was from East Lake Juvenile Hall to Los Padrinos, to Silmar to compound, and back to East Lake, because they didn't want me. They like, send that motherfucker back to his hometown, because I was living to my name. Everybody was like, trouble, like, oh, trouble, like, all right. And not only that, I'm from a hood in the low bottom in South Central, bro, that we're in the middle of everybody. So we're like
surrounded.
Oh yeah, so we don't get along with nobody. So it's like, as soon as you ask me where I'm from, I'm taking flight. Fuck that. Anyway, we're gonna get down anyways, fool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it was. I remember some crazy shit growing up in the little halls, man, with the nurses and all that, bringing back with the homies, being the hate and all that, bro. It was just crazy. But yeah, man, CYA, they built me up. I got in 2001, 2002. I got to Paso Robles, got to Paso Robles.
Yeah, that's a high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to Paso Robles. As soon as I got there first day, bro, when I went at it with the Northerners, you know, as soon as I got there, you know, they knew where as soon as all they did
They
is
wait for you to get off the bus. Soon you get
as
the
soon as
you get off.
I go to the lobby, I went to the podium, and as soon as he looked at me, he's like, then 3 dots. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, but remember, we coming from home. We're coming from down south. We're having a whole different trip. Like, all right, we're going to a whole different environment. So we don't know what we stepped into.
Yeah.
And yeah, as soon as, bro, he seen my 3 dots, he went to the hall. All you see is 3 of them come with socks and soap inside those motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah.
And the staff knew what she was doing. She just walked away, and it was a wrap.
Yeah, they set it up.
Yeah.
They already know. Like, you got they're in there.
He said,
Yep,
exactly. That's what
yep.
she said. Hey, if I was you, I'll be ready because they're waiting for you.
Yeah.
And as soon as she walked away, it started cracking, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, why, man? Motherfucker jumping off the bunks and shit, man.
Bro.
Like WWF in that motherfucker.
Hell
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
bro.
Yeah.
You're in line. Like,
Yeah.
it was active. It was active, you know? And right there you have young adults.
Yeah.
So it was.
And see, too, people don't realize, like, in YA, everybody's buffing. There's dudes up in there with like 20, like dudes on swole.
Yeah,
Like, so
grown-ass
youngsters,
men.
like, yeah, grown ass men's up in there,
Straight
like
up.
dudes who grew up in there because you max out at 25.
At 25.
So you got dudes in there from 13, they done been by in and out group homes, and these
Yep.
dudes is up in there like little, they built like men, but they got the mentality of like little kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's when we had the weights, we had all that, you know what I'm saying? So I know they don't have them now, but
No, they took all that.
yeah, that's when they had all that shit, you know. That's what we got. We built the monster. That's where gladiators go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where you get created, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, CYA wasn't no joke, man.
No.
You know, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, you try to read books and get a little game in there, but it's like the maturity level is not there.
Yeah, it's
You know.
not gonna happen because everybody was turned up. Everybody
right.
was active, you know.
That's right.
It's like I say, everybody wanted to know who you were.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
as soon as you step in, oh, there goes a woo.
Yeah.
So now you know that, okay, he turned up.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you said that we used to go to Chow Hall, but Chow Hall back in the day, we used to use it for the gladiators. That's what we call it, the gladiator school.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, bro, go get your 6 hitters. I get my 6 hitters.
Yeah.
We're gonna close the door and we're gonna handle business.
Go at it.
You know,
Yeah.
and that was the gladiator shit. That's what we call the gladiator school.
That's
you
right.
know?
That's right. And it's
But-
like you could not, if you were soft in there, like dudes, because remember, that's the whole first time I heard sex play. Remember they sex play, dude. Don't let nobody say, sex play.
Yeah, you
Dude
can't.
snap him with a towel or, nigga, he's soft. He's
Yeah,
soft.
yeah.
He didn't do nothing? Oh, and then, because they were, dudes, the predators up in there. Some of these dudes, they ain't never been around, like, women.
Yeah.
So dudes are sex playing each other. You're like, what the hell is this type of shit? You're like, you never let nobody sex play, But, yeah, it's a lot of shit in YA, man, where, like you said, staff and different things, and these women up in there with the youngsters, it's just, you know what I mean? You see them female counselors up in there.
No, yeah, and they're the one. They're the one that started everything, bro, and they try to blame us. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? They're the one throwing at us, and we just like, shit. What we gonna do? Say no, shit. I'm trying to
Yeah.
get some pussy in here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit. But yeah, man, it was crazy. It was
Yeah.
crazy growing up CYA.
Yeah, the females up in there with them tight ass coochie cutters. and
Yeah,
shit.
bro, it's showing everything. Like, god damn, she's like, you want to eat? Hell no, shit. You just
Yeah.
took my whole appetite away, shit. You know?
Yeah.
But that's how it starts. That's how relationship starts, and,
Yeah.
and that's when I remember my celly and wife for 2 days was baby Lala from Sacramento, Peru. I couldn't remember exactly what hood, but he was from Mount Peru something. But he was a tall, like Jamaican bro with dreadlocks, and me and him. That's why I show him. I'm like, hey, bro. Look, I got this going on, and that's why I tripped out.
Yeah.
That my own people was hating on me. He's the one that was looking out for me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was like, bro, like, look, this motherfucker turned up, hey, do I know anything that they don't know? Because they just kept asking me, what you doing?
Oh, so they trying to get him info to try to hit on you?
Yeah, try to flip on me. And he just like, bro, your people is wrong. And I'm like, damn, I'm like, coming for you, it's like, you're in your mentality like, motherfuckers, like, they should be on my team, and you're already fucking being on my team. So that's where I really started conducting business as a grown ass man. I started seeing things different right there. And like I said, growing up already, I already had that mentality. Like I had that image, I want to say, you know. And so when I got to juvenile hall YA, with that shit, with all the shit that I learned going through juvenile hall and everything, when I got to YA, I was already, I want to say, in a state mind mentality, you know. So when I got to state, I already knew how the program was running.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like I learned the program already at a young age.
Now, when you got to state, do you feel like sometimes you had to dumb it down so that people didn't feel like you think you like you knew certain things because dudes were like kind of hating on you, kind of seeing the game?
Well, yeah. As soon as I got there, even when I got there, like I said, females always been a problem for me.
Yeah,
Always.
because you had the games. People just hate like, oh,
Yeah,
you know, how
so-
he do that?
Exactly. So, and then you know a lot of. You know, it's a small world. It's a small world, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's a small world. Everybody knows somebody, or everybody knows who.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So, like I said, I was always a little player, man. And I used to be just from female to female to female to female. So everybody always hated me because of females.
Yeah.
If not, it's because the females didn't get me. It's like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker. This motherfucker got paper. He's doing his thing. But I wasn't stupid, bro. I never, until the day, I mean, not until this day, but I said at that time, I never spent money, never buy nothing for a female for me to get pussy or to me to get
Yeah.
panties. You feel
Just
me?
off mouthpiece.
It was off mouthpiece.
Yeah.
And I used to hear other homies used to be like, oh, that motherfucker wasted money on these bitches with the woo. And in my head, I'm just laughing like, this motherfucker, only me knew. I'm like, all I had to do just spit 3 words into this bitch. I'm already fucking.
Yeah.
So I used to hear a lot of that, more hatred coming from that part.
Yeah.
You know, not more money-wise, business-wise. It was more because of females.
Yeah.
So when I was at the pen, you know, I won't throw no names out there, but homie had the yard, and you know it takes when you get to the yard, it takes for you to get cleared, get a case, all that shit, and get visitation and all that, right? So I go to visitation, and I pull up. My baby moms pull up. Long story short, a girl pulls up, and she comes directly to me instead of to him. So I guess he felt some type of way. So I'm shocked myself because I'm like, girl, like, you know what the fuck is going on with him? I'm like, I just got my baby mom's right here.
Oh, wow.
She ain't care either, bro.
Damn.
So that's why I'm like, oh, this bitch is dirty. Like, she's scandalous in the motherfucker. So I could feel I feel the heat, bro, just coming from this side. And I'm like, I don't even want to turn around. Like, but I ain't no sucker. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no punk. So I turn around. I'm like, what's happening? And then he just gets up and walks over to see her. So see her, everything's cool. So I just sit down and I tell my baby mama, you know, I'm like, I know her. And she's like, I know, that's the bitch I used to fuck. So
He knew what's up, huh?
So she knew, yeah.
Yeah.
And I totally forgot that they knew each other, bro.
Oh,
you know, I
shit.
totally forgot, because she had moved to a whole different location.
Yeah.
So my baby mama was like, so she don't know what's going on. She don't even know if she's with me or who she's here for. She thinks that female's here for me.
Yeah.
So my baby mom's coming from the inside. She'd go with the baby, and she's coming inside. But you know how we have the tables separated.
Yeah.
She comes directly to me, and she gives me a hug, and she walks to him.
Damn.
So at the same time, I got CO on me now. You know, the CO was like, hey, what's going on?
Like, you got two?
Yeah, like, what's going
this ain't
on?
yeah.
So my baby mama was like, what the fuck is going on? So now she sees, the CO sees my baby mama's face. It's like, it's about to be problems. So I get up and I go and get my daughter, give her a hug, go sit down. So I see the CO start walking to me, whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's family friend. You know, that's my family's friends people. I'm like, so they're here to visit, but I know her. But he was like, so what's going on with that hug? I'm like, it doesn't matter if I give her a hug. So my brother was like, yeah, so what's up with that hug? So now he's getting pumped up. So the CO's like trying to instigate stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, but at the same time, it goes back again to the CO's mad because
He hating because this dude got
hating.
he's like, how he got game like this in here? He ain't got no game.
Not only that, I'm already talking to the CO inside there. When I go to visit, I was having laughing and everything. And that CO used to like the other one. So he's already throwing, so he's already like, oh yeah, he like different mail. He like always get different pictures from.
What? He's saying that?
He's saying that in front of
your
my
baby
baby
mom?
moms. In front of my baby mom.
Wow.
So the other chicks hearing that, cause we're literally like this. And she just laughing. So my baby mom was getting kind of heated because she feels that she's laughing behind the whole situation, behind all this shit, right? So I'm stuck, and I'm looking at the scene. I'm like, bro, are you serious? You know?
Wow,
And he's
this dude dirty macking.
like, so he just like, I'm gonna need you to get up, and I'm like, you need me to get up for what? I'm like, I just got here. He like, you have two visitors at once. He was like, and that's not allowed. I'm like, how's that? It's not approved from the inside. I'm like, I should have taken care of in the front of the podium. He said, I need you to get up. So took me out on a visit. So when I was getting searched, the CEO, the other one that was telling me, he was telling me that he was over there talking to my baby moms.
Wow.
Like, when all this happening, they took me out. They searching me to go back inside to my building. He was already telling her, showing her that, not showing her, but he was telling her that he seen that I had wrote letters, that I had pictures from females.
The dude is saying all this to your baby mom?
The
CO?
correction officer.
Wow.
So he knows that we can't be like, hey, you know what, bro was over there. He knows we can't snitch. We can't speak up about it, right? So he's doing it. Long story short, I go, they search me again before I even get outside of the building, before going to the yard. They search me again. He comes and he's like, oh yeah, he like, just know that you lost both of your females, this and that. I'm like, bro, I was heated, bro.
This motherfucker, man.
So, but he didn't know that was just my baby mom's, you know? He thought that was my wife. So when all this happened, I walked back into my building, they's talking, whatever, and as soon as I get to my cell, they search me again, and as soon as they search me, they caught me with contraband, saying that supposedly I had that was making Pruno. So went to the hole, whatever happened, lost all my visitations, whatever, and the hate right there, I seen it coming, because like I told you, not only from the bro that was my cellie, he the one that looked out for me. But my own people that were hating, not only that, telling my baby mama things already because of the homegirls that I had hooked them up and they used to get visits. But since my baby mama would stop bringing them, for them to get visits, they started throwing dirt on me. They started telling their females everything, and the female used to go tell my baby mama.
God.
So, bro, it would just everything piled up on me. It just fucked everything up for me. Over one visitation.
I'm telling you, man, the coochie, man, I done seen dudes go on ass back, or you're like, dude, you tripping off of that? Like, this is what type of time you on? You know, and you're right when you talk about, like, you know, having a mouthpiece and being able to talk and having stuff, because, like, I'm the same way. I'm like, you know, I used to tell a dude, like, I always took care of myself, so, you know, naturally you go places, I ain't got to pay for nothing. You know, I'm a good dude, so they gonna recognize and look at you, dude. You paying because you broke down. Exactly. You know what I mean? So it's a totally different thing. But like, yeah, when you talk about that hater stuff, it's crazy, because I remember calling the house one time when I first got locked up, and some dude, the female I was with, he said, oh yeah, I know her. Oh, Herc, remember that time we was on the set, bro? We had them bras. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? He told all this stuff. The baby's like, yeah, you was out there fucking doing all this. I'm like, dude, you know, and that's the type of shit. When you down, locked up, you can't do nothing.
Nothing.
You know what I mean? So everybody's like, I'm like, okay, I see what's going on. I just had to let it go, because I realized, like, I'll go crazy trying to figure out who's saying what, and I can't control that, and I can't get on the phone. Yeah. You know, and you get on the phone, you become all, you know, dudes is breaking down on the phone and shit. So I was like, I just let it go.
Yeah, man, because a female being inside behind the walls, that shit will fucking kill you, bro.
And plus, dudes know they can't, so they're trying to, like, it's like a badge to try to get at what you got. You know, oh, Travee locked up, let me go holler at his broad. I'm gonna show I can knock his broad, you know what I mean? Dude think he all that. I'm gonna let him know, you know, yeah.
I got it better.
Yeah. And yeah, the game it's
fucked up.
It is, man. And you know, when you one of them dudes and you realize you shining, the only way, you got to be around people who really are at the next level, because a lot of dudes don't want to say it, but they jealous of you, but they act like they cool, but they're only cool to be close to you so they can see what you're doing. They're not there to really support you. They're there almost as people that can somehow, if possible, sabotage or watch what you're doing, so if they can, go back and say, oh, you know, yeah, I seen them doing this, this, and this. Even though you hooking them up, they're like, oh yeah, we hooked up with these bras, you know what? Yeah, woo. You're like, dude, I was hooking you up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was giving you some money, and you going back and saying this, but that's their whole plan, is to stay close to you to see how they can just, throw off your program.
Yeah, and that's what the old saying goes. You never tell what your left hand's doing to the right hand, bro, because you never know, you know?
That's wild, man. Dudes, it's like over some females, man.
Females, bro, and not even. I'm like, bro, you still ain't get to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck was all that about?
And the whole time she looking at you, you're a CEO, so what she ain't respecting you. You up in here
Yeah.
telling me, so I mean.
Yeah, so that's what I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, I'm in here. I'm like, what you telling me? What the fuck can I do? I'm like, you act like if I could smash her in the restroom or something like that. I'm like, bro, you don't make no sense. And he just laughing. But I seen that since I wasn't getting heated at the moment, he was getting more mad. And he kept throwing just shit.
Yeah.
And
He had to find something to break you down.
so she's looking at him like, what the fuck you mean? Like, you don't make no sense. Like, so what? How long you been knowing this motherfucker? You know? So my baby mama, she just observing, looking at him. She's like, this motherfucker. She like, so what else? She like, yeah. She like, I guess I'm gonna start fucking this motherfucker. And he just like, bro, like a bird, just let his shit out. And I'm like, this motherfucker didn't even make no sense. That motherfucker, I've been down for over 5 years, bro. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? Talking about I have a baby coming in 18 months. Bro, you make no fucking sense. So that's why I was just laughing. And since I'm laughing, my baby mama's getting mad. And then old girl's laughing because I already know what she's laughing about. And then my baby was like, this bitch laughing, right? This bitch like, but he's pumping it up. He's making it seem because he wanted to fuck her. I already know what he was planning. Let them fight. It was going to fuck my visitation, and it was going to be a wrap. You know?
Yeah.
So I already knew what he was
So
planning.
his whole thing is just to mess up your program so that way you ain't getting no visits either way.
And then only that, talk to my baby mama, get her information, and try to holler at her, you know? Which that's what happened.
Wow.
You try to holler at my baby mama, and baby mama was there. So what I did, I called him from inside. Like, hey, what's up? He's like, what's this? He's like, I'm the baby daddy, fool. Like, I'm out. He's like, how the fuck you out? And the next morning, he came knock on my cell. And he hit my cell.
Because you caught his ass, so
So
he's
he
like trying to
called
figure out
me.
how, like,
So
he's
felt
like scared to
stupid.
death.
Yeah, so he was like, what the fuck? How the fuck did he call me? So the next morning, I was waiting for him. I was already waiting. I had the boards up on the restroom, and as soon as he started walking for count time, I took out the board, and I seen him on the other side. He's like, can you step out yourself? Can you pop 104? And he popped it, and that's where he was like, you need to step out. He handcuffed me, he searched my cell. He fucked my shit up. But I already knew, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I already know I know he was tripping out. Like, how the fuck this motherfucker call me?
Yeah, like you ain't the only one who can get touched.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and how he get your number? It was through my bitch.
Yeah, like
You know what I'm
you
saying?
like thinking how'd I get? Yeah,
Yeah, you dumb motherfucker. I'm like, how you're stupid, you know? But all this time is like, I told her just use that motherfucker. Use that
That's
motherfucker.
right. That's
Use
right.
him.
Play his
Use
ass, square ass.
Use
You
his
know?
ass,
Yeah.
And you know that's how it started.
And these dudes is something else, man. It's at every angle of the game, you know. And as you elevate and start doing stuff, and especially like you said, you know, get into your acting and doing stuff, you see people, man, and they're like, they don't understand how you move, so they trying to figure out, and it's like they can't put a box on it because they see you, and then they have one impression, but then they hear you talking, you're making moves, and it's like, well, damn, how do I regulate this dude? How do I, you know what I mean? And people don't.
They trying to connect the puzzle, but it doesn't
right.
make no sense.
That's right.
You know, but that's how you got to do it. You know, you got to move with nobody knowing what's your next move.
Now, you mentioned Eazy-E earlier, and a lot of people probably don't know like the relation because you know Eazy had a lot of ties to the South. I was like people on the street, and they don't really know that, but there's old videos, but they're just now starting to come out where he was tied in, and a lot of dudes from the hood, especially on the message, they supported him because he had like some on his label. So can you like talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So Eazy, he was real close. They're like brothers. That's why I call him my uncle, just like my uncle Tokes. Rest in peace as well. Eazy grew up in Compton. We from South Central, but like I mentioned earlier before that, we always been part of the lowrider community, you know. And my dad used to own South Central Hydraulics. My people, we had shops here and there. My brother used to work at the shop, and Eazy used to bring his cars to get fixed. So my uncle, they had a relationship already before that, but how I started meeting him and the family is behind the cars, you know. Mm-hmm. My family used to fix their cars and paint them and put bead and hydraulics and all that shit, you know. But him and my uncle had a relationship, and Eazy was doing music. My uncle and him, they had business going on, and we started the Brown Sound label, which is what we have right here. Eazy blessed us with the Brown Sound label with the Mexican flag because you know how he have him going at it back in the days in the 80s and the 90s where he had NWA, niggas with attitude. He blessed us with the MWA, the Mexicans with attitude. and that's how he labeled the Brownside label with my uncle in the '90s, which they first did a song, "Drama on the East Side," in 1992. And ever since, there's always been a family thing, you know. And me growing up, I'm from the hood, you know. Everybody, well, I don't want to say everybody that represents Brownside, they're all from the hood, but us growing up in the '90s, we all were from the hood, a little crew. As we started, you know, like you said, a little party crew, we all got into a hood, and we became where we from Eastside 13th Street in South Central. They had a relationship. They got into music. My uncle started doing music, and it popped off. But just like that movie Shit Outta Compton, that's all bullshit. We all know that. You know, that's all.
A lot of Hollywood shit.
That's a lot of Hollywood bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
That's all bullshit, you know.
There's more to it than that.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot more to it.
Yeah.
So when all that shit was happening, Eazy was going at it with Biggie and all them, you know. So my uncle came. We came as, you know, we got you. That's why Eazy fuck with the raza a lot. Mm-hmm. Because when they started doing all that little shit, that negativity, try to threat him and all that, this is where we came in. We like, all right, motherfucker, what's happening then? You know what I'm saying? We ready with the business. We ready to go to war. Mm-hmm. And that's where my uncle came in, as us coming in as family, and how we Eazy, which is Ruthless, and the Brownside label came family because my uncle and Eazy, they had music together, had a lot of shit going together, the Lowrider Cars. If I'm not mistaken, working on a movie and in a book as well, you know, with Big Hutch, 187.
Yep.
With Julio G, 1503, like, you know, the whole.
Was Kid Frost in there too?
Kid Frost was part of that until my uncle slapped the dog shit out of his ass.
Oh, shit.
Know? So he started doing his own little thing and lighter shade of brown.
Okay, yeah.
That's the time when they, you know, my uncle came out being a bully, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. He came out hard, you know what I'm saying?
remember I seen something where, I can't remember if it was your uncle or somebody else that says, we're not rappers trying to be gangsters, we're gangsters
we're
doing
trying to,
rap.
we're trying to be, we gangsters trying to be rappers.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's
my uncle. Yeah.
And I remember a picture of him with the Loc song, kicking it with Eazy, and like a lot of people didn't know who he was, but like he was in the background, but they had Eazy's back, and Eazy was tight with them, you know, because I remember seeing him in front of like a 6'4" with Eazy and some other stuff.
Yeah. That's on 49th Street in Central. That's right there in the hood.
Okay.
So that's why he had that song. I don't know if you heard it before. Drama on the East Side with Eazy and my uncle.
Yeah. I remember that back in the day. It was like in the early '90s, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know he says like running in my motherfucking rat top, showing it Easy heading East Side 13. So he's explaining exactly he's coming from Compton to Watts to South Central to Slauson, all the way to 49. You make a right. He's explaining exactly how to get to the hood. To my grandma's house back in the days, you know.
Yeah.
So fortunately, we lost them behind different stories, right?
Yeah.
Well, my uncle was one of the first ones that went to go talk to him and seen him last, you know, before we lost him. And they had a good relationship. We still have a good relationship with them, you know. I fuck with Lil E. I fuck with Lil Tough, you know. His nephews, Tamika, Erica, daughters, you know, they're my family. They're my family, you know. But that's where music got all of us together, bro.
Yeah.
You know, the black and brown. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the music and I would tell people, music and car culture. That's what, you know. It's a bridge of cultures.
Yep.
You know, you go to a lowride show, you go to the dub show. You know, all these different things. It's like we all have in common. Like we all love cars. We all love people. You know, that relationship, and it's the music. You know, you go to a concert, ain't nobody tripping. You to listen to some good music. You know.
Yeah.
And so that's the big thing that brings everybody together, unites us, besides a lot of the other stuff that goes on. Because, you know, they want to make it seem like there's so much a divide, but behind closed doors, there's a lot more in common.
Yeah, because back then, I mean, in the 80s, 90s, I'm not gonna lie, everybody went to gangbang, you know?
Yeah.
Now, I want to say it's more family oriented.
Yeah.
More, you know? I could speak that on by myself because I'm out there, you know? I have my lowrider cars. I'm out there in the lowrider industry. Everybody knows who I am, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like I said, we all respect each other. It's a family oriented. We do this for the kids. We do this for the culture. We do this for art.
That's right.
You know? And like right now we have a lot of, I don't want to say a lot of issues behind that, but a lot of problems behind that because now we have our youngsters dressing up as we used to dress up back in the days.
Yeah.
And that's what the shit that gets you killed.
That's
you know?
right, yeah.
But now we understand that that's art, that's culture, that's our history, bro. That's where we all come from, you know? And that's what something that it's kind of like fucked up in this world because now it's like they're getting judged by the way they dress.
Well, even, you know, we talk like Latino culture and South Central in particular, like you guys' influence. Dude, I've seen it in Vietnam, the Philippines, I've seen it in Japan, where you're like the lowriders over there, they dressing just like they dressing
Back in the 70s, bro.
Yeah, yeah. So you look like, damn, they got, these are Japanese.
Yeah, they look like homies.
Like homies or Vietnamese, like they look like straight, like tatted up and everything. Like, but over there it's more fashion style, you know, the cars, they like that, you know what I mean? They're not like really gangbanging like that because it ain't that environment, but these people are balling, but they just got the culture.
Yeah, they're going with the fashion.
Yeah.
They're going with, I want to be like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's super big. So I pay attention to that stuff and I see it. I'm like, damn, because I know some dudes when I was locked up, they were selling lowriders to Japanese dudes and they were like, paying, oh, dude, triple.
Yeah.
You know, triple with, you know, and it's like certain, you know, like we were talking like the tattoo artist cartoon doing stuff. And, you know, you got big tattoo artists over there, but they wanted him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this dude was like, because it's just his style, and same thing with the murals on the lowriders, all that.
And he was
like
known,
art.
he had a name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely crossed over, man, and it's changed a whole lot. And I look at it now for all the people who have like maybe sacrificed themselves or put themselves in situations now, it's an opportunity to like for young people and for those who have been involved to be able to make money off that because now those things are coveted and it's like that's art. Like if you do that, dude, that's not just something for the hood. That's something like this other dude over here who's never been over there. He wants to buy that. He wants to have that art on his car or whatever the case may be, you know?
Yeah.
So it's created opportunities now that can be capitalized on, and people see that it doesn't have to be on the violent side.
Yeah, because back then it was.
Yeah,
back then it
for
was,
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
It's for sure like violent side, but now, you know, like we were talking like the art and stuff, I mean, these guys who were maybe just, you know, in the hood doing stuff for the homies, now they can make, dude, somebody pay big money. That's a lot. You can make a living off that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's different now.
Yeah, it's different. And that's now I consider that's a good thing because a lot of us wasn't able to experience what we're seeing now.
Yeah. You didn't have social media.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
It was more, and like I tell my people, I tell my kids, like, man, I used to wake up at 7 in the morning. I'm like, sometimes I wouldn't even brush my grill. I just go straight to the corner. I wait for the homies, and once 2, 3, they start seeing 3, 4 homies. I'm like, you have a whole little car right there. I mean, that's what we thought.
Yeah.
I'm like, I remember seeing that growing up my age, where I used to have everybody in the corner. They pop logs, start break dancing, and on top of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, those were the fun days.
Yeah.
You know, but it was more of the danger days because that's when everything started.
That's right. So what can the people like, you know, expect like what you got going on now? I know we were talking about we're working on some acting projects and stuff. You got some other stuff going on. Like what are some of the things now that you kind of like focus on that's in a whole nother world?
Right now I'm working on that gig with you. I have another movie coming out that we're working with David Ayers. And
you did this one with Danny Trejo.
I just did the new movie Hubbard Street with Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
We just did the premiere last week, and I'm performing today as well. But I do have that movie Hubbard Street. It's that we were talking earlier. It has to do something with 1985, you know, with Richard Ramirez stuff.
Yeah.
It's a good theme, man. It's a good theme.
I remember that too. I watched that. When they caught his ass.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So we're showing the images, little spin-off behind the other documentaries where they don't show who caught them.
That's right.
But we're doing the image out of that now.
That's
you know?
right.
So it's a good little movie. It's a good.
And you're still doing stuff with music too.
Yeah, I'm doing music. I got my own. I'm helping with the Brown Side my label still, but I have another label. It's called Troublemakers Entertainment, which I'm bringing up upcoming artists from different areas from all around the world. I'm helping up upcoming artists that they don't have the support.
Okay.
So I'm helping them as we go with studio time, beats, and get them to do collabs with different artists. You know, like I know a lot of different artists out here, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm trying to help out and open up doors for other people, just like the same way I got the chance and opportunity to get to do. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
With my label, and then not only that, my lowrider cars, because I do rent them and put them for music videos and movies and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's dope. Yeah, definitely. I want to plan out like in the future do a dope ass car show, man. I think that'd be cool and cross market and do some things, man, to show people these other sides of culture, because you know, it's art, man. I look at, you know, I used to go to all the lowrider shows they used to have at the Staples Center, man, and the dub shows, and you like, dude, some of the detail and stuff, man, the murals, the art, it's like, the shit's incredible, man.
yeah, bro, the art is beautiful.
Oh my God, man, it's just like the chrome, the etching, the plating, all the stuff, the detail, the
engraving,
interior,
all that,
the stitching, all that stuff, man. So I really respect it, because I'm an artist, and so I look at stuff like that, and it's like, it inspires me. But I like it all. I like being around that stuff, man. And like I said, I look forward to working with you in the future, man, and I'm glad we can sit down and chop it up, and I know, you know, it's first of many when we start promoting the other stuff we got going on, man. But man, it was a pleasure having you on the show, bro.
No, thank you for having me, bro. I mean, it took us a little bit of time. I know we've been busy. We got a lot of things going on our plate, but for sure, I'm happy, and I want to thank you for the opportunity for giving me, you know, and I know for sure we're going to kill it, and I know we're going to have a good spin-off of that.
That's right, that's right. Hey, man, there you have it. Big Herc 916, Travee G. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share the channel. This is about to be major. Tune in.
Fresh out.